Good morning, welcome to another day. Today we're still in Yangon. It's our last full day here, I think. We're going to the National Museum and we're going to a market as well. It's quite a famous market as far as I'm aware. Mostly inside today, so I'm pleased about that. I'm hoping this blue shirt doesn't get any sweat patches. I haven't worn it purely because sweat patches aren't ideal and this would show them all. So yeah, let's go down, get some breakfast, get going with the day. It's midday, we're pooped. But that museum was really good actually, I really enjoyed it. I wasn't allowed to film in there or take pictures on this camera, but we were allowed to take pictures on our phones in some areas. There's some really cool stuff in there basically. I'll put a few pictures on screen now to show you a couple of bits, including there's this really cool lion throne, models of huge palaces that are unbelievably big, statues of kings. They had a whole prehistoric period, which, I mean, we know a lot about that anyway, we learnt that at school. One picture I took in particular, which I loved, was fossil excreta, so fossilised poop basically, which, I mean, I didn't know that was a thing. They had a musical instrument section, a costume section. I used to play the oboe, so these are just, they're beautiful. They don't look anything like an oboe does today. There's loads of other stuff as well. I'm not going to go through it all because there's too much really. There's 4 floors of it. We sat down, we're having a drink and a vegetable samosa. We found vegetable samosa here in Myanmar. The plan next is to go to a market, so hopefully we can get around it and walk around. That should be really good. It's quite a famous market, so I'll put the name of it here. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, well, I'll see you when we get there because right now I want to eat and drink my Fanta. One thing I did want to say, part of the museum had like royal treasures, I guess what we would class as like our crown jewels type thing. Half of them there are replicas because when the British took over, yeah, I know, I'm going down that road, they took the huge lion throne, which the picture's here, they took the huge lion throne out of this country and took it to Kolkata, which they made the capital of India, and they took all the royal treasures. I can't remember the name. Once Myanmar had independence and wasn't governed by anybody else, the government asked for them back, to which the English basically gave them part of the stuff back and the rest of it is still to this day in the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. I just think that's really out of order. It's not theirs to keep in London, to send it all back to Myanmar. It's not, I don't know, it's just not fair. I said to Mum earlier, it'd be very interesting to actually go to the Victoria and Albert Museum because there's multiple countries that we've been to where they say the real thing is in that museum and it's not in the country that it should be in. Mum and I both said that we're quite disappointed in our country, that we put people through such awful times. We know it's not our fault in particular, but it's our country. Anyway, I'll leave that little rant there. This place is like a maze. We're very lost right now. It's all very much of a muchness though. Everything that you'd expect to find on a market stall is here. And we're back at the hotel. Here we are. The market was okay. It wasn't my favourite market in the world. We were there for quite a while and all we seemed to find was jewellery, particularly jade, and clothing, a couple of like souvenir-y bits. But other than that, like, nothing to write home about. After that, we went to a slightly more modern mall, which was over a bridge. We literally went to the top floor, looked around, and worked our way down, got a taxi, and came back. So, all in all, that bit wasn't the most exciting, but the museum was good. It was really interesting. It just really tired us out. That's it for this video. That's it for Myanmar. We're leaving tomorrow. Yeah, we've really enjoyed Myanmar. We've only been to one place, which is Yangon, where we are now. We kind of wish that we had decided to go further afield whilst we were here, but the Foreign Office which we do take fairly seriously. We don't want to get into any hiccups, any trouble or anything like that. The Foreign Office basically said to stay in one place, and that's what we did, which is a shame, but you know, can't have too many regrets, I guess. Tomorrow we go back to Thailand, so we'll see you there. Until then, have a nice life. Goodbye.